Getting started in 10 min. Try to put a link in chat, I dare you.
Hello, hello, hello. What up, nerds? My name is Waldo, and I'm here to feel the politics with you. I have a scratchy, bad throat right now. Not because I'm sick. This is just a side effect of the wildly long 10-hour uh, WoW stream I did over the weekend. It was epic. It was exciting. It was absolutely riveting, and you should watch it on YouTube. But uh, that left me with a painful throat, a bad throat. So a little bit of a short stream
Nerd.
tonight. Nerd, yes. Shinsinto, I got your number. Not sneaking it by me. Uh, so I am a little bit. How does the voice sound? How does it sound? It sounds bad, doesn't it? I did one too many Alex Jones impersonations, and now I am suffering, uh, as I should. Divine retribution for insulting and/or making fun of our prophet, Alex Jones. Bad idea, bad call. Shouldn't have done it. I apologize, and maybe he can forgive me, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, what am I doing? I am going to feel the politics with you, and um, see, it's important that uh, I'm the only person on the internet that's going to tell you that all the politics is feelings, all of it. All those other people, you've seen other news shows, you've seen other new uh, polit- political streamers and stuff like that. And you know what? They all say that they're bringing you the facts and the truth and stuff like that, but they're
Yeah,
not.
too much vodka and screeching about the New World Order.
It's true. Uh, it will hurt your throat. They say that they're bringing you the facts and the reality. They're not. They're just bringing you their feelings, and they won't tell you that, but I will. So I'm bringing you feelings. You have feelings. I have feelings. If you have feelings, type them into chat. If you have feelings about the politics specifically, type them into chat. Every time you do, you get 5 points, and you get to play fun games like gambling in the slots in the chat. It's very fun. All the kids love it. If you want to watch the
YouTube. https www.youtubecom at Waldovideos.
if you want to watch that epically exciting 10-hour stream where I play the new World of Warcraft for 10 hours straight, uh, feel free to click on there. And if you want to send me like, hey, Shinseto, can you post any links into chat? Give it a shot. I made it to where you could, but I don't think it works.
Discord. https discord gg beignet tritix 8.
Binyatrix8, that is the Discord. If you would like to send me a link to a story that you would like to be talking about, you got feelings about a certain topic, send them to me.
If it helps, I was there for most of it.
I know you are, and it was fun and it was exciting, and I don't know why. I don't know how other streamers don't have this voice problem. I don't know. This must just be a me thing. I'm not used to talking for quite so much. Maybe they're used to it. Maybe will I get used to it? I don't know. These are important questions that no one could possibly answer. Uh, so, yeah, throw some links into the chat if you can. I don't think you can. I dare you to. I think it will fail. If not, put them into the Discord and I will look at them and we will talk about those things. It is very exciting. It's very fun, and we will feel them out together. But for today, we have a couple of things. I have a couple of
Lots of
things.
practice.
Yeah, I assume it's practice. Um, at the moment, um, the thing I titled it about should be popping up in just a second. So I'm going to turn off the nice robot lady because that's what we do before the segments start, the little news bits start. We have a talking robot lady, and then at the end, I'll turn on the talking robot lady. No video games tonight because I just cannot talk that much through the video games. So we are going to take a look at those news sources and sites and stuff like that, and we go right here. Window capture. This one. Very exciting. Am I getting rated? What up, kid?
to a robot once, and they called me racist.
That's a fun story, bro.
It's true.
I know. Cool story, bro.
Although technically it's not racist because robot isn't a race. It's like robot is
Oh, I see.
technologist.
Technologist. Okay, good call. Cool story, bro. So the stream about a minute and a half delay. That's weird. Usually there are a few seconds on uh, YouTube anyway. Let's look at the YouTube link. I know I have one up and running. So here is my stream right there. And then what we'll do is I'll watch the YouTube right there, and I will type into. Well, that's moving pretty quick. No, that's Kick. There's the YouTube, and it's going real slow. You're right. Let me see if I can give myself a YouTube message. Message. And I wonder how long it'll take before it shows up on the YouTube stream, because that's interesting. We wait and 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 we wait some more. And there's the message on my OBS. Great, that came from YouTube. But when does it show up on YouTube? We still wait and we still wait and we still wait, and it's still going. We're still waiting, and it's not there. And it is. It's a long wait, isn't it? It's a long time. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. These are really long, really slow. There's the message. It popped up. Amazing. That was like 2 whole minutes. That's terrible. Kick is a lot faster, but it is what it is. I don't know how to make that go any quicker, honestly. So, let's soldier on, do the best we can. I don't think I can F5 it and make it work any better. I think let's just blame this on YouTube. That's a good call. Let's just blame all of this on YouTube. This seems like a good plan to me. All right, so we got that. We got this. We have the chat. We have the news. Oops, we lost the news. Where'd you go? I didn't close that, did I? No. I didn't close. Oops. Wrong button. Streaming's hard. Shut up. All right. I do know that you enjoy making your topical comments and adding your uh, uh, own brand of whimsical humor, and I do like it. And I will try to make sure that it gets in to the show. If you want to be cool like Shinsento, all you have to do is toss some chats into chat, become a follower, become a subscriber, click on the buttons, click on the thumbs ups or the thumbs downs. That's cool too. Whatever you're feeling. Who am I to tell you how to feel? And let's read this story. Donald Trump says he will be dictator only on day one. Then he'll focus on drilling. This is a weird thing. There are so many stories about it. Trump was hiding his fascist plans in plain sight. Trump will be dictator on day one and every day thereafter. And says he will be dictator and abuse power on day one if elected president again. So everybody's going nutso about this one. This is a thing. So let's watch specifically exactly what he said. Here it comes.
The media has been focused on this and attacking you.
Yeah.
Under no circumstances, you are promising America tonight, you would never abuse power as retribution against anybody.
Except for day one.
Except
Look,
for?
he's going crazy. Except for day one.
Meaning?
I want to close the border and I want to drill. He says, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said, no, other than day one. We're closing the border and we're drilling. After that, I'm not a dictator.
After that, you guys, he said after that he wasn't going to be a dictator. He's just going to do the things that he wants to do with unchecked power, and then he's going to let go of the power. You know, he's going to, with a heavy heart, he's going to pick up and become the emperor, you know, and then when everything is peaceful and settled, then he will give the power back to the people. He will become a republic again. Where have I heard this before? Saying the quiet part out loud again. Fucked out supporters eat it up. Yeah, you're right. I think the news media is being a little crazy about him. They're always crazy about him. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. He didn't say anything good here. This is not good. I'm not defending him. I don't think this is a good thing to say. But they are exaggerating a little bit. This one. Yeah, total Palpatine move. That's where I heard it from. Thanks. That's where I heard it from. Was Palpatine. Thanks. Saying he will be a dictator and abuse power on day one if elected president again. Trump tries to deflect questions but says he will not be a dictator other than that one day. It's not a good look to be slightly dictator. Just 24 hours of pure dictatorship and then I promise I'll stop. It doesn't look good to me. It doesn't sound good. But when you compare, as this guy does, who's this? This is Shweta Sharma. If you are talking about all the other stuff that he does, which would be alarm over his stuff. Donald Trump has been telling us exactly what he will do, and he will, if reelected. And tonight he said he will be dictator on day one. Americans should believe him. I'll be dictator on day one is kind of a misunderstanding of what he said. Destroy destroy democratic institutions. If Trump wasn't running, I'm not sure I'd be running. Yeah, they are going a little bit crazy, saying he'll be dictator only on day one. Then he'll focus on drilling. It's not a good look, and it's not a good thing that he has suggested such. I'm not happy with him. I never have been. I think he's pretty much the worst possible thing that could happen to our country. And we should take his word for it. The plans he has for the country to shut down the border, what is that? That doesn't work. You didn't do it last time. You're not going to do it next time. It would harm our economy so badly that he would unshut the border down. He would reopen it. Once all the businesses started losing money, he would reopen it. And then drilling. Why? How does that help? It's not. Even if you did, just huge amounts of American drilling. Great. So you put a bunch more carbon in the air and then we run out of oil. Great. What are you going to do after that? More drilling? Well, there's no more oil left. You're going to pay somebody else for theirs? Great. Then what happens when they run out? Come up with a better plan. You can't drive the future with fossil fuels. They're fossils from the past. They are old, and you cannot get any more of them. You're not going to get any more of them. You can't just make new ones. Renewable is a better idea. You can use a renewable in the future later. He's suggesting subverting the Constitution in his oath of office, even for one day, it should disqualify him from running for office. Yes. Under the people who defend him are suggesting that he's talking about doing executive orders because he has called executive orders dictatorship before. He does them all the time. He did them when he was there. Executive orders aren't dictatorial, but it is a thing that he has said. So he has almost internal logic. He says Joe Biden is a dictator because of all his executive orders. And I will do a ton of executive orders on day one because I will also be a dictator on day one, then I'll stop. That's at best, that's what he's saying. I don't want to defend it, but I want to be fair and decent and fair and balanced. And yeah, right. I'm feeling like he said something stupid and wacky, as he always does. And then the news media is going a little bit overboard with it. A little bit overboard. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Did he say it? Yes. Is he a shithead? Yes. Is he going to be a dictator? Yeah, probably. I think so. I think he's going to take the thing he's talking about and just run with it forever. And he'll explain why it's not a bad thing that he's doing these executive orders. When he does an executive order, it's not dictatorial. It's important. It's valuable and necessary to make the country work. And that's conservatism, right? We will break the rules, but for a good reason. The conservatives do it all the time. They will ignore the law. They will ignore the rules. They will ignore all the norms because they think that it's for a good reason. I don't think anything he says specifically is going to make him disqualified, Jacinto. I think I get what you're coming from. I know what you're talking about. I totally think that he should be, what's the word, shunned and booed off the stage, and nobody should ever pay attention to him and vote for him, ever. He shouldn't have any fans. If anybody pays any attention to politics, they should hear his words and say, good God, no, not that guy. None of the things that he is saying are good. I hate that. That's awful. He's anti-democratic. The thing he is pushing authoritarianism, and we shouldn't appreciate that. We shouldn't vote for him, but we shouldn't let him into our primaries. That is what I would want a Republican to say, but they don't say that. But they love what he has to say because they are supporting the idea of a dictatorship. They are supporting the idea of authoritarianism because it agrees with them. Just like in that short, I released a short today. I didn't get very many views, but none of my stuff does. And it said, conservatism in a nutshell is when freedom for you and a judge makes, well, no, okay, what do I say? I want to make my own decisions, but I wanted a judge to make the decisions, your decisions. I want to make my decisions, and I want a judge to make your decisions. That's conservatism. That's what we usually get from them, is they want freedom, they want authority, they want to be the people to control their own lives. But all those others, those people need to be controlled by the judges. Okay? The government needs to control those people. And that's what he's suggested as well. Shut that border down. Those are the others. Those Mexican people, those are the others. And those need to be controlled severely by judges, by the military, by law enforcement, by the government. Those people need to be controlled. But we, the Christian white American people who live in America, should have freedom. And this is the crux of my complaint about conservatives, because this is what they always do. Let's see. This guy, so this guy is going to defend him a little bit, I think. So we'll just listen to just 1 second.
Fox News contributor and columnist for The Messenger, Joe Concha, joins us now. Joe, when we say that moment caught everybody's attention, we mean that it caught the media's attention. The New York Times has a headline, Trump deflects question on retribution and law breaking at town hall. CNN, Trump sidesteps question when asked if he plans to abuse powers if reelected. And Rolling Stone's headline, Trump to Hannity on whether he'll abuse power as president. And they included a shrug emoji. Also,
and those are exciting headlines that might make people pay attention, and it made me pay attention. That's why I'm talking about it. I saw it. I felt like that's a thing that ought to be talked about. So then I looked at the thing, and I didn't feel as bad as they were making it out to be. But that is what we have to deal with. Sometimes they're going to over-exaggerate. I don't think it's an exaggeration to suggest that he's an authoritarian. He's going to push for authoritarian measures. That's not an exaggeration. Saying that he promised to be dictator on day one, a little bit of an exaggeration, a little bit. But do I feel like he might be authoritarian? Yes. Do I feel like he might take up the become a dictator on day one and then never let it go? Yes. I feel like that could happen. And he's telling us, he's putting it right out in the open for everybody to see. Hey, I will do what I want, when I want, how I want, and you can't stop me. That's what he's promising the people. And I don't like that. I hope he doesn't win. I hope that doesn't come to be. I think, what's this one? Trump says he will be a dictator and abuse power on day one if elected president again. Yeah. He complained that they're using against him right now. Do you have any plans whatsoever, if re-elected president, to abuse power, to break the law, to use the government to go after people? And Trump says, you mean like they're using against me right now? Wrong. They're not using the government to come after you. The government is coming after you because you have broken very many laws. Stop breaking laws, and the government will stop coming after you. That's it. Donald Trump breaks a lot of laws, and that's why the government comes after him. It's not a political thing. Unless your political party is based on committing crimes. It's not, is it? Conservatives, your party isn't based on committing a bunch of crimes, is it? Let's hope not. In actual news where things happen, fake Donald Trump electors settle civil lawsuit in Wisconsin, agree that President Biden won. So these are fake electors. These are the fake electors that tried to lie right to the Electoral College about who won in the state of Wisconsin. And they have settled their civil suit and agree that President Biden won. You know what this is? This is that legal word that I had until just a moment ago. I need that. Where's that think emoji? Where's that thinking emoji? Thinking hard emoji. Oh, I don't have it. Derp. This is precedence. This is a precedent in a court case suggesting that the things that happened that Trump did during 2020 were incorrect. And if those things are being incorrect in a court of law, then what happens when his big suit comes out is the big one, the big one with Jack Smith in the federal case, that will use these things as evidence, as leverage to suggest that he did something wrong. The court of Wisconsin found that he did something wrong, and that we can prove it, and then you can use that in evidence in the next case in the federal court. Jack Smith is getting an absolute gift here. Fake Donald Trump electors settle suit in Wisconsin, agree that President Biden won. So let's read the rest of it. 10 Republicans who posed as fake electors for the former President Donald Trump in Wisconsin and filed paperwork falsely saying he had won the battleground state have settled a civil suit, admitted their actions were part of an effort to overturn President Joe Biden's victory. Attorneys who filed the case announced on Wednesday. They admitted that they were doing this. And if they're admitting that in Wisconsin, they're going to admit it in other states. And then Donald Trump loses and gets found guilty in the Jack Smith trial. He just will. Man, like all the evidence is here. It's here. All of the evidence is there. We're looking right at it. We're looking right at it. But they won't see it. His fans will not see it. They will not agree to it. They will not accept the idea that this is wrong. They will call it persecution. They will call it political gamesmanship. They will say that it's Biden using the government to come after their boy, Donald Trump. But that is not what's happening. The facts don't bear that out, but that is the way they feel. You hear the baby bark boy? He's down there barking. Let's see. So I don't think these guys got any jail time. The 10 fake electors agreed to send a statement to the government offices that received the Electoral College votes, saying that their actions were part of an attempt to improperly overturn the 2020 presidential election results. They're signing their names, saying this is what we did. Incorrectly, improperly, wrongly. Who told them to do the wrong thing? And how far up does it go? I bet it goes all the way up to the top. In similar news, the Nevada grand jury indicts 6 Republicans who falsely certified that Trump won in the state in 2020. The shit is going down. This is important. This is more precedent. Precedent in law, I should look that up. Law term precedent. Long-term precedent. An official, no, not president. Is it spelled with a C? Precedent refers to a court decision that is considered as authority for describing subsequent cases involving identical or similar facts or similar legal issues. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Precedent. So the people in Wisconsin have been said that they were guilty. The people in Nevada are being indicted right now, and it will set a legal precedent that because the cases involve identical or similar facts and similar legal issues. Clearly the same damn people doing the same damn thing for the same damn guy. He won't be able to beat this. You can't beat this. He won't beat Jack Smith. Donald Trump is going to lose to Jack Smith, and it's written right here. Let's see. A Nevada grand jury on Wednesday indicted 6 Republicans who submitted certificates to Congress falsely declaring Donald Trump the winner of the 2020 presidential election in their state, making Nevada the third to seek charges against so-called fake electors. We cannot allow attacks on democracy to go unchallenged. Today's indictments are the product of a long and thorough investigation, and as we pursue this prosecution, I am confident that our judicial system will see justice done. Okay, great. The fake electors have been charged with offering false statements for filing and uttering a forged instrument. You can't order an instrument. Anyway, I think this is written by AI, as usual. These two categories of felonies have penalties that range from 1 year up to either 4 or 5 years in prison. Again, what's with the sentence structure, AP? Come on. Don't read the news. Have somebody read the news with you. Feel the news with me so that you can avoid all the AIs that are giving you bad news. All right. Well, this is setting a precedent. And Liz Cheney might run against him. So, wild tone shift. Liz Cheney says she's ready to consider a third party, warns of grave threat of Donald Trump-led GOP. So Liz Cheney, not a good person. Yeah, ChatGPT wrote that for sure. Liz Cheney, not a great person, but she says, I certainly hope to play a role in helping to ensure that this country has a new, fully conservative party. Gross. Who would want such a thing? Liz, that's a terrible idea. And so, whether that means restoring the current Republican Party, which looks like a very difficult, if not impossible task, or setting up a new party, I do hope to be involved and engaged in that. Maybe making a new party? I mean, good. It would take away from their power. It would split them, divide them. That's good for me and good for the country and the world. But if she runs, I think the situation that we're in is so grave that the politics of the moment require independents and Republicans and Democrats coming together in a way that can help with a new coalition so that it may be a third party option. So she could run as a third party, stealing some Republican conservative votes, kicking Donald Trump out, and that would make her happy. I suspect that that's what she wants. I don't think she wants him to win. I don't think Liz Cheney wants him to win at all. I think she wants to siphon off enough of his votes. And then, so it might get nuts. It might get nuts. If we've got Biden versus Trump versus JFK Jr. or RFK Jr. versus Liz Cheney, it's going to be a little wild. Some of those swing states are going to swing all over the place. It's going to be a little bit nuts. So that's going to be fun to watch. Hang out right here if you want to watch it. I'll watch it, and we'll feel it together. Let's see. I've got another couple of stories before my throat gives out. Oh, yeah. So this guy, very cool guy, Mr. Mike Johnson. He was just elected pastor of the House. Mike Johnson says God will punish depraved U.S. because more teens identify as LGBTQ+. God mocked openly in the public square. He said this past Sunday. Yes, Mike, we do, especially me, mock God around here. We do. It's just how we do. House Speaker Mike Johnson recently told all his email subscribers that the United States has a depraved culture because more teens are identifying as queer. Johnson's email sent last Sunday had an image header labeling the message as National Republican NRRCC News Alert. That's not a part of the story. Why would you tell us this? I fear America may be beyond redemption. We're better today than we were in the past. Mike Johnson. Stop being in charge. You don't deserve it anymore. You dislike where our country is going. Fuck off. I tend to like our country. I'm pro-America. You are not, Mike Johnson. You are harmful and afraid of freedom. Mike Johnson, terrified of freedom. In one in 4 high school students identifies as something other than straight. What are they being taught in school? God is mocked openly in the public square. I cannot conclude anything other than America is hanging on by a thread. Okay. I may have misspoken earlier. I don't mock God. I mock the people who believe in him. There's no such thing. It's very hard to mock leprechauns as they don't exist. I can mock the people who believe in leprechauns. That's me. That's what I do. And I'm going to keep doing it. Because I have the freedom to do so, Mike. But you don't want me to have that freedom, do you? You don't want me to have the freedom. You would take that freedom away from me, wouldn't you, Mike? I think you would. Because you aren't an American. You don't believe in freedom. You don't want me to have the freedom to mock your God. You don't. Because you're an authoritarian, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. You are an authoritarian. And I will mock anything I damn well feel like. Because I can, with my freedom of speech. And you're afraid of that freedom. You are afraid of that freedom. Because it will mean that you may not get what you want and be in charge and be respected the way that you feel you should be. Get over it. I'm not afraid of being mocked. I'm not afraid of any of those things. Stop being afraid. Conservatism is about fear. Fear of the other, fear of the people, fear of the other people coming to take your job, fear of the caravans, fear of the 9/11, fear of the mosque being there, fear of the Muslims, fear of the gays, fear of the transes, fear of the people that you don't like, fear of the people that aren't like you. Fear is conservatism. Conservatism is fear. Stop doing it. Be brave. Damnation, Mike. Be brave. Have the guts to accept a thing that you don't like. Have the guts to move forward. Have the guts to allow people who are different from you to have freedoms. Have the guts to allow people who are different from you to have freedom. Conservatives are afraid of freedom. And let's see. I need that for the short. When I swap over here, it's because I'm going to make it short because they get people to view them apparently. So that's I'm letting you in on the inside on the inside. When I make it short from these, it doesn't look good because the stupid shorts. Shorts are stupid. God, I hate them. I hate doing them. I hate making them. But the people watch them, and then people become subscribers, and they will come hopefully someday to watch the live streams, and then I can just tell them what I want to hear, what I'm thinking live. That would be great. But yeah, when I go into the full screen, I have to do the short so I can fit on a long screen rather than a wide screen. I don't much care for it, but that is the way we have to do things now. Someone else might have more freedom than they do. Right. They have been in charge, and they've been shitty. They have been bad. They've been bad winners, is what they've been. Have you ever played a board game with a kid who's really just a bad winner? That is white people right now in America. We're bad winners. We've won. We've been ahead, and we've been stomping on everybody else and squishing all the competition and not letting anybody else have a turn. And now that everybody's becoming more evened out, more equaled out, and it's not America number one in every single thing anymore, they're getting scared. They do not want other people to have more freedom than them. And it's frightening. It's terrifying. I can imagine that if all of a sudden all the people that I was mean to suddenly got a bunch of power and authority, I'd be scared. All right, let's see what other stories we got. Mike Johnson, you keep going. Mike Johnson, Republicans to blur their faces in January 6 footage because we don't want them charged. Now, Mr. Mike Johnson has recently received a bunch of video from the DOJ. The DOJ has it. The Department of Justice has this footage. And they have looked at it, they have determined who has committed crimes, and they see all the faces. Now, they have that. They gave it to Mike Johnson so that he could release it to the public. He demanded that it be released to the public, and what he is going to do is doctor it. Plain and simply, he has told us specifically that he is going to doctor it. He is going to remove the faces of the people he doesn't want to get charged. He is going to edit it highly so that it looks like it's a pleasant, wonderful afternoon stroll. He is going to edit out any violence. He's going to edit out any time when those rioters rioted. He's going to edit out anything that is scary. And when the Jan 6 rioters, the insurrectionists, attacked the police and attacked law enforcement, he's going to snip, 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 edit that out. Because he has propaganda to sell you. He has a narrative to sell you. He is going to create literal propaganda. That's what he's doing. He's telling us right here. Well, he's doing it. Propaganda. Right there. When I feel things with you, I tell you to your face, I feel like these things. I'm not bringing you facts. I'm not bringing you logic. I'm bringing you the feels because all politics is feeling. Yes, even yours. Everybody's politics is feeling. All of them. Mine, yours, left wing, right wing, center. Mike Johnson. His entire politics is based on feelings. And there's no way around it. There's no way anybody can disprove that. Feelings are the source of all politics. And what he feels is that he doesn't want the people on his team to be charged with these crimes. So the DOJ already has the information. Why is he blocking it out before giving it to us? Because the internet would figure out who those people are. The internet would find their faces, then find them then stalk them, cyberstalk them through their wide open channels, through Twitter, through Facebook, through Instagram. The internet would find them and then tell the FBI, tell the DOJ who these peoples are, so that the FBI could then arrest them for harming our country. Mike Johnson does not want the people who harmed our country to face consequences. He's telling us, he's specifically telling us. Mike Johnson does not want the people who harmed our country to face consequences. He wants their faces blurred so that you on the internet don't find them and report them to the DOJ. And then the DOJ charges them for the crimes they committed. Mike Johnson is aiding and abetting criminals. Out in the open. It's right there. Looking right at it. He's just aiding and abetting criminals. I don't know why. It's not a shock. It does sound like obstruction. It sure to hell does. Sounds like, but since the DOJ already has that footage, he's not stopping the DOJ from seeing it. He's stopping you on the internet from cyberstalking these people and then reporting it to the DOJ. Because the DOJ and the FBI only has so many people. They don't have millions of jackasses to troll Facebook and Twitter and figure out who these people are. The internet has that. Crowdsource could do that. And it could do it wrong. Don't get me wrong, they're not perfect. But if a person figured out who was in that footage, then stalked them or researched them, you could call it cyberstalking, sure. You'd figure out who it was. You use some sort of a face software to figure out who it was. Look through their Facebook, figure out where they were on that day. Get a name with a probability, and then send that to the FBI. The FBI could then look at that person, and then the FBI could open actual investigations and do subpoenas and stuff like that. Is that wrong? This opens up a new area of discussion. Is that wrong? I don't think so. If I saw a mugging on the street, and then the cops came, and I described to the cops the perpetrator of the mugging I saw, would that be wrong? No. If I saw a mugging, then went to Facebook to figure out who did it, then reported that to the police, and then they investigated, they took out they got a warrant, they looked at the person, they did an investigation, they got a warrant, and then they arrested him because he definitely did that thing, and then he admitted to it. Did I do a wrong thing? It gets into the area. It's a gray area. I don't think I've done anything wrong, but there is someone who might suggest that I'm being a little bit like Big Brother. There's a little bit of Big Brother issue there, where actually it's not Big Brother in this situation. It's Little Brother. Little Brother is the idea. We've all heard of Big Brother, the giant government that like watches every single thing you put on your TV, and it watches you. The electronic eyes stare at you all day, and then the phones, they watch you and they follow you. That's Big Brother. Little Brother is where people investigate you and watch you all day, and then they take a photo of your bad behavior, and then they send that to the police, and the police come and arrest you. That's Little Brother. They were asking for tips and on identities of rioters after it happened. What's the difference? Yes, I agree. They were. If they're not specifically asking for that, but you went and found it, and then you gave it to them, are you doing anything wrong? I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I think that's an acceptable thing to do. If you do it wrong, and somebody gets incorrectly, if you're doxing them, if you saw a face on that Jan 6 video and you posted up, oh, I know exactly who this is, and then you blasted their stuff all over the internet, and it was wrong, you've doxed them and you've done a bad job. But if you took that stuff and you packaged it up and you sent it in an email to the FBI and said, hey, I think this is the guy in this part of the footage, then the FBI looks at it, says, hey, maybe they're right, and then investigates where that guy was and opens up a proper investigation channels and does an actual investigation, then gets subpoenas and then gets warrants. I'm okay with that. But what I would slightly be worried about, this is not what Mike Johnson's worried about. No. Mike Johnson just doesn't want his fans and friends to get in trouble. I am slightly worried about Little Brother going wrong and ruining somebody's life before any actual investigation happens. If all of a sudden there are 1,000 people saying that I was there at Jan 6 and that ruined my life, I would be upset because I wasn't there. So, let's see. Yeah, this guy is aiding and abetting criminals. Bad job, Mike Johnson. You're a bad guy. Let's do the Florida one first. Okay. Since we're on such heavy, complicated, weird topics about what the government does and what it doesn't do and what should be done happening, Florida argues that school libraries are for government messaging. Okay, so according to the Florida lawyer, so this is a weird one. I don't know who was. This struck out to me. Florida argues school libraries are for government messaging. Public school libraries are a forum of government speech, not a forum for free expression, according to a legal brief. So that's a weird one. Let's see. Florida's government. So the people who work for Florida's government is saying that the school districts have a First Amendment right to remove LGBT books, which is weird. It's a contention that First Amendment experts and advocates call extreme and chilling, but the state maintains that the books on school shelves represent protected government speech. And public school libraries are a form of government speech. It says not a forum for free expression. Yes, Shinsedo, libraries are for state indoctrination, according to the lawyers of Florida, of the state of Florida. Public school systems include their libraries convey the government's message. Their attorney general wrote in a legal brief. So, according to her, and this is the important sentence, public school systems, including their libraries, convey the government's message. I don't like that idea. That sounds incorrect to me. That sounds like a bad idea. Schools are supposed to teach you things. The government is paying for them in public schools specifically, because they want the idea of an educated populace is necessary for democracy to work properly. If you got a bunch of dummies, they can't vote for who's smartest and who's doing the best on the economy. They're idiots. You have to educate them. Good thing no one in Florida goes to libraries. Apparently they do. They have some. News to me, shocker. I didn't know Florida had libraries. I didn't even think they existed in Florida. I mean, there are no igloos in Florida, right? Right. So sometimes there are no things in certain places. It's okay. There are no libraries in Florida. There are no igloos in Florida. There are no alligators in Alaska. We know this. That's normal. That's not a surprise. So, I don't think that we should be expecting our public schools to be government indoctrination centers. I think that is a bad idea. I think that is a bad sign. I don't think we should do that. That seems like a bad idea. I want them to educate people. I want them to explain to children how to count and read and write and arithmetic. But government indoctrination, I don't think that's a good way to explain it. Only the gays, I guess, since they think they are chock full of gay porn. Yeah, that's the thing. I think we may have just gotten down to the crux of the entire Republican argument. The Republicans don't like all that gay stuff. And they see it in the schools, even if it's not there. They imagine it, or they put it there, or they imagine that it's there. Very strongly imagine that it's there. They very strenuously believe that it's there. And to them, that makes it real. Because to a conservative, belief is reality. So they believe that those gay books are there. They don't want the government pushing that. And they are under the impression that schools are government indoctrination, and so now the government is indoctrinating people to be gay. Conservatives fundamentally do not comprehend the world. They don't know anything about anything. They don't comprehend what is happening. They don't comprehend what they're doing. They don't comprehend how to make headphones. Anyway, they don't comprehend what school is actually for. This Attorney General, right here, whose name is Ashley Moody, severely misunderstands what school is for. I don't think she's telling us some 500 IQ complicated legal theory here that she just invented. I think she just said something that's so blatantly fundamental to her that she's never had to say it before. I don't have to tell you that I am inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. I don't have to tell you that. You can definitely assume that I am. It's a safe assumption. So I've never told you. I've never done it on stream before. I have never on stream confirmed that I do in fact inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. I've never said it before. And I think this lady is in a similar situation. She has never said that public school systems, including their libraries, convey the government's message. Because she thought it was so blatantly obvious that no one had to say it. Maybe that's the situation we're in. That's the situation I think that we're in, is that all conservatives think that public school is state indoctrination. And they always have. And because they always have never felt the need to say it, because they thought we all thought it too. I didn't think that until just now. Now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, no, man, it's not. Why would you think it is? Why would you think it is? So it is a very weird situation that I don't know what to make of. And maybe they've finally gotten down to the bedrock, the very bottom, the very core of everything that they are, and they've just said it out there. And I was like, oh, well, we didn't know you thought that. We didn't know you thought this. Ashley Moody, we didn't know you thought that. That's a crazy thing to think. It's wrong and dumb. I didn't know you thought that was true. But now that you're saying it, maybe you've always thought it was true. Maybe all conservatives think this. Oh my God. Do all conservatives think this? Do they all think that? Maybe this has just been a big miscommunication. Maybe they just thought that that's what we were trying to do with our schools. And so they thought that they should do it a different way. Maybe they don't know what education is. Maybe they don't know. And this has just been a big misunderstanding. All right, last one for tonight, because my throat can't really handle it anymore. Biden administration to forgive $4.8 billion in student loan debt over 80,300 borrowers. I'm going to do the math. I'm going to bring up my calculator. Where's my calculator? Okay, calculator. We're going to type in 4,800,000. That's 48 million 0. That's 4.8 billion. 369. Yeah. And then we're going to divide that by 80,300. And it comes up with $500,000. $597,535. Each of these people owed $500,000 in student loans. That's what the numbers come out to. $500,000 in student loans for these 80,000 people. 80,000 people, each of which had $500,000 in student loans. Is that right? That can't be right. I don't think it's that much. But regardless, this is a good thing. This is great. If Republicans did a $4.8 billion tax reduction, we'd be hearing about it. They'd be screaming it from the rooftops. Every single Republican commenter, everything on Fox News would be about the Republican who lowered taxes by $4.8 billion. You didn't even hear about this, did you? A couple of people heard about this, but nobody else heard about it. I don't know why Democrats like to lose. They like to be in second place. When they do something good, like saving that much money for American people, they don't talk about it. They don't brag about it. They don't tell you about it on the news. The news isn't even going to talk about this because the news has gone absolutely apeshit over whatever doofy thing Trump said yesterday that has no actual impact on our lives. He used a word. If Trump uses the word vermin, we talk about it for a week. Joe Biden saved $4.8 billion for the American people? Nothing. Crickets. Quiet. Silent. I don't know what to make of this. It clearly can't be that the Democrats run the media, or else this would be on the top of everybody's newsfeed. But it's not. If the Democrats ran the media, this would be all you would hear about. They don't. So the next conservative that tells me that Biden, Dark Brandon, and his cronies run the media, they're wrong. Because Dark Brandon here did a good thing, and you're never going to hear about it. Maybe interview some of these people. Put them on the campaign trail. Good God. Why am I better at this than you are? because it's not catchy drama news. I know. You're right. It's not catchy and it's not drama. But if you want to win, Joe Brandon, and I think you do, find one of these 80,300 people and interview them, and then put their shit on the TV. Because then people would be happy, and then you could claim that you're saving the American people money, instead of Republicans saying that it's, oh, we're going to tax cut, we're going to cut the taxes, we're going to cut the taxes, we're going to cut taxes. When it never actually comes down to regular people. They cut your taxes by $100, but then cut Exxon's taxes by $1 billion. You know? This guy is saving, Joe Brandon just saved actual Americans $4.8 billion. You're not going to hear about it. Because the Dems like to be in second place. I'm starting to think that they really do enjoy being in second place. It's very easy to be the underdog, punching up. It's very hard to be in charge and on top and being punched from beneath. It's not fun. All right, and that, I think, is all I had for tonight. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate the chats and fun stuff like that. If you're watching, please click the follow button on Kick, or click the subscribe button on YouTube. Click the thumbs up, click the bell, or click the thumbs down. I don't even care. I don't tell you how to feel. If you want to feel like this is a bad job, click the thumbs down. I don't care. Enough of the conservatives click the down button on my shorts. It's fine. I like it. I think, yeah, that's it for the night. I appreciate everybody who came by. Hopefully, I'll stream again on Saturday, and hopefully my throat is a lot better, and I won't sound quite so bad. How does the voice sound at the moment? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it? I know it's different, but is it good different, or worse different, or it sounds like I have a cold? I don't know. I'm gonna have to edit all this and listen to it again later. So it's engagement, and that's all that matters. See, I ran out of shorts to post, and I got to post every day. I'm not like some of those fancy YouTubers that get to post one video a year and get 5 million views on it. Someday maybe. Oh gosh, I could be like what's his name, H Bomber guy, post one video a year and get 5 million views after a couple of days. Maybe someday, maybe tomorrow. Oh, it just sounded kind of quiet. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. I will turn the volume up on the videos then. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for pressing all the buttons. Thanks for clicking all the emotes. I appreciate it. And sorry I couldn't be longer. No video games tonight. My throat just cannot handle it. Thank you.